Water is the basic necessity for the functioning of all life forms on earth. It is safe to say that water is the main reason behind the existence of life on earth. We can learn that India is facing extreme to very high water stress at present, with majority of our rural Indian population depending on agriculture for its livelihood. I think it has become very important for all of us to be aware of the means of preserving and conserving our natural resources. So, a warm welcome to you, ma'am, for being with us. So, we have Dr. Sanjarambam Nirupama Chanu. She is a specialist on agricultural engineering at Krishi Vigyan Kendra, East Garo Hills, Meghalaya. Ma'am, if you'd kindly tell us more about yourself and about KVK.
Thank you, Sulsime. Myself, Dr. S. Nirupama Chanu, as you have told, I'm working as a subject matter specialist in Krishi Vigyan Kendra, East Garo Hill districts, which is under the Central Agriculture University of Impal. And my subject specialization is in soil and water conservation engineering. I have done my PhD degree from G.P. Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, which is in Uttarakhand, and work on the hydroscale modeling of a Himalayan watershed. It's in the Ram Ganga basins, using the soft computing techniques like the artificial neural network and then remote sensing and GIS techniques. And here in the KVK, KVK is the mainly the farm science center. We work for the farmers for adoptions of the agricultural technology, improved agricultural technology. Our main mandates being the technology assessment and its demonstrations in the farmers' fields for checking the location specificity of that technology and the production potential. And also we conduct lots of the capacity buildings programs like trainings for the farmers, rural youth, and also for the extension personnel. And KVK also act as a knowledge as well as a resource science center for the farmers, and we provide inputs as well as give a support system to the districts. So this is about the KVKs, okay. What we are doing.
Okay. It is said that 97% of water on earth is salt water and just 3% is fresh water.
Yes.
So, ma'am, if you can explain the global water resource and why the need of water conservation has become so important.
Yeah, you said rightly, like if as we all know, like population is increasing in a very fast rate day by day, and demand for the food production to meet such population growth, it gives a huge pressures on the water resources. So, and its utilization is also increasing at a very fast pace.
Yes.
And if we see the global conditions, as you said, 97.5 is tapped in the ocean as salt water, which is not available for our human consumptions or other purposes. And remaining 2.5% in that fresh water also, 68.7% is found in the glaciers and the permanent snow cover, and the 30.1% is the groundwater resources, and only the remaining 0.3% is the surface water, which is found in the rivers and lakes. So we can see from the global scenario the limitations of our resources itself. So it's become a very important agenda for the world as a whole, and if we don't start the conservations now, it will be we are going to face a very danger futures.
Yes, absolutely. So, what would be the current scenario of water crisis in India and in Northeast particularly?
Yeah, if we see the Indian condition, India area wise, it's 2.4% is the area with respect to the world, and it supports the 18% of the populations with the only 4% of the precipitation with respect to the world. And when I say like that, the India receive annually about 4,000 cubic kilometer is our annual precipitations, and out of this 1,869 cubic kilometer is the available potentials water in the river flow of our Indian rivers. So out of this, only the 1,123 cubic kilometer is the utilizable water resources. So you see the our population is growing and the per capita availability of the water is decreasing day by day, and the demand also it's increasing. So we have this 1023 cubic kilometer, and if the demand is increasing, and by the Central Water Commission it is estimated about 1450 cubic kilometer will be our demand in the 2025. So if we see that there is a deficit give of around 3023 kilometer cubic, so it should go hand in hand, otherwise this scenario of the water crisis, as per the NITI Aayog, India is already suffering a worse water crisis, and by 2030 40% of the Indian population will not have access of drinking water, and out of this 70% of our water resources is contaminated with pollutants.
Okay.
So this is a very warming situation, dangerous situations.
Okay.
If we see the Indian, so again in the northeastern we receive lots of the rainfall, but the problem is like the management is a problems.
Okay. So we all know that Meghalaya is known as the abode of clouds, and we receive the highest rainfall, but still we see that we are still facing water scarcity during dry season. So what makes Meghalaya very unique in terms of water resource, and how does monsoon season impact water conservation strategies?
Yes, truly said. Like Meghalaya is known in the world for the Mawsynram. Mawsynram is known as the wettest place on earth. It receives rainfall of about 11,800 mm, which is 10% greater than the Indian average of 118 centimeter. So this rainfall amount can be, this much abundance can be taken as a opportunity and as well as challenges. Challenges in terms of like conservations. If we don't practice this this much abundance in a proper manner, we are going to face in the dry seasons, winters, like from November to April. Every year it's face also problem. These problems exist. So this is the condition. So it's very important. And if we see the Garo Hills, our Garo Hills regions, we receive more than 200 mm of rainfall, which is quite enough.
Okay. There are also a lot of traditional practices of water conservation. Do you think these traditional ways support the system, I mean the water conservation?
Yes, there from the long-term traditions, a very popular traditional method is the bamboo drip irrigation systems of Meghalaya. The farmers use this bamboo to channelize their water to their fields for irrigation, and we also have this one bamboo check dam, and then farmers also practice the terrace farmings, and I have heard about the sacred groves like the and then living root breeze. These are some of the traditions which maintains the biodiversity of the location as well as the help in retaining the water.
Okay. Now this is one of my favorite, that's rainwater harvesting. Here in Tura, during the dry season, we face a lot of water shortage. So what happens is, as soon as monsoon sets in, I usually collect water so that I can use them for my garden, for my household needs. I think that is the easiest way of collecting water, and also it's a lifesaver. So what are the other techniques and other practices we can adopt in hilly region for such to save water or to say conserve water?
Okay, yeah, what you said is very true, and we all face that situations. And yeah, I'll start with the rooftop rainwater harvesting. Rooftop rainwater harvesting is a very good technique, and it will give an instant supply of water when you have problems. Like suppose during the flood happening or in the monsoons when the current is not there, so water supply will be cut off because there will be no power to pump the water for the municipality supply. So in that situation, what you will do? Your instant requirement will be fulfilled from if you harvest the rooftop water. So this is very good for the rural scenario also. Like in the rural areas, I have seen these ladies and the childrens, they walk miles and miles to collect water from the spring sources or nearby water sources. So it's spend lots of their time and energy to bring those water. So that those energy can be utilized in some others education or something. And this rooftop water harvesting, it's very good in a way, like it lessen the pressures of the surface water, and the excess amount we can use in the groundwater recharging also. And I have installed one unit in our KVK recently. In this rooftop rainwater harvesting, the requirements of the equipment is very simple. We need the rooftop. Rooftop is the catchment area, and we need some gutters and downpours and filter. Filter is important. Filter, we can filter the water from the rooftop, and then the whatever's the dirt, it will go in the outlet. We have the one I installed in the one is the self-cleaning filter, rainwater filter. So and the clean water, it will go in a storage tanks. A tank can be a PVC tank or cement tank, or farmers can adopt the bamboo tank with the use of plastic also. Bamboo will be the support, and then water we can store in the this one. We have the Jalkun. Jalkun is a micro water conservation structure using the plastic polythene. So with this Jalkun also, we can store about 30,000 liter in this is mainly suitable for the hilly area. I have constructed as a part of my frontline demonstrations in the 6 villages of the East Garo Hill districts. And here the density of around 250 micrometer thickness of this polythene is very useful for storing water for 2 to 3 years. So again, techniques is like we can go for the harvesting, water harvesting ponds, like with the help of the community. And I can give some example in Meghalaya. In the East Garo Hills, Memo Lake is one example, and one is the Umyam Lake is also one of the examples where this water can be utilized in many ways for the agriculture as well as irrigations, and then even people use for the recreations, for boatings or some those things also. And some others for the farmers' point of view, I would like to request to adopt the micro irrigation systems to conserve the irrigation water in the farmers' fields. With the adoptions of these micro irrigation systems like drip and sprinkler, even we can go for gravity drip irrigation systems. Here we can irrigation efficiency is high, around 80 to 90% as compared to the other surface methods. It's only 30 to 40. So with just adoptions of this irrigation system, we can save around 40 to 70% in the agricultural field. This is also one of the methods. And then I'll request to adopt for the intensive forestations, and then renovations of the old tanks or the reservoirs, and groundwater recharging is a must.
Okay. Ma'am, you have talked about groundwater recharging. How can we do this groundwater recharging?
Normally, groundwater recharging is naturally it's happening through the streams, and then because in the groundwater we have reservoir, we call in our terms an aquifer. Those aquifer need to be refilled. We tap out the water from the ground, but if we don't recharge, it will soon dry up. So but with the increase of these populations and urbanizations, the many houses coming up, the recharging points are disturbed. So we need to do the artificial recharging. We call it artificial, means we'll pump the water, we'll recharge our aquifer in a much higher rate than the natural process. So some methods are there. In short, we have some direct surface method as well as subsurface method is there. Again, there is another method, induced recharging. So in the direct, in the surface method, we'll construct this conservations percolation tank, or we'll try to construct channels, lots of channel in the basins, lots of furrow and ditches. that will spread all the water set area and will provide the water there. Slowly it will percolate in the groundwater, and we can use these percolation tanks or the all these wells also to recharge. So and another method is we can use the injections well. So in the injections well, like we pump out from the tube well, so we'll inject the water from the surface to the groundwater by pumping. So but in that we need to filter out the water nicely. Again, in the induced method is like suppose there is water sources and there is one well nearby to the water sources and we want to recharge the groundwater. So what we will do is we'll pump the water from that nearby well. So we'll pump the water, and with that pressure the water will go to our aquifer. So this is one induced method. So these are some of the groundwater rechargings.
So it's mostly technology, or what do you say?
Yeah, this is some of the techniques we can say for the artificial recharging.
Okay. So technology also enhances water conservation?
Yes, nowadays lots of technology, and we should take this advantage of this technology also. Some of the technology I can mention is the applications of remote sensing and GIS in the water set management. In the water set management, this it helps a lot. With this satellite images and the GIS, we can actually prioritize the water sets management, where to give the priority first, and when it should, means according to the deterioration rate or the erosion rate. And this also help in the mapping, and we can actually find out with before actual constructions of this ponds or the other conservations management, like where to construct the check dams, where to construct the ponds. With this technology we can help. And others, some improved methods I will say, now we have come up with the automatic irrigation systems. We will use the sensor in the field, like it will automatically give when to irrigate and how much to irrigate. So this is also one of the technology we can say. And then some others we can technology help in the water quality monitoring, and then using the tracking the uses of the community water, or if we can do some water recycling or desalinizations, it will be good.
Okay. So I think water conservation should be a collective effort. So do you feel that the local communities are also playing some crucial role?
Yes, in this water conservation effort, only the government's initiative will not work, and the participations of the community is very crucial.
Yes.
And it plays a pivotal role in many conservation efforts. Without their effort, it's difficult. I mean, if they are present in these efforts, like they will have this sense of responsibility as well as ownership. So this is very important, and with the community they can give awareness to the others for the conservation.
So ma'am, what are the government initiatives that support water conservation?
I will mention some of the government initiatives. One very popular is PMKSY, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. This is started in 2015. With its 4 main points, like one is the giving irrigation facilities with infrastructure development, and then one is the Har Khet Ko Pani, means every Indian agricultural field should have access of water, and then par drop more crop. This is also very important principles, giving importance to the adoptions of micro irrigation systems. I mean, there should be more productions with 1 drop of the water. And then next is the water set management in the PMKSY. This is the main 4 points. And then we also have others schemes like Jal Jeevan Mission for supply of drinking water to every household by 2024, and we have the Jal Shakti Abhiyan started in 2019, and here it's very surprising. It's like in 2019 when we this Jal Shakti mission was started, our East Garo Hill district was listed in one of the 250 out of these 250 districts water stress district, East Garo Hill camp. So we also started this campaign. And some others, if we see the northeastern, we have the springside management for northeastern states, started in 2014-15 in Meghalaya, and again spread to the other states of the northeasterns. And Meghalaya, we have the Meghalaya water supply and sanitary projects for supply of the good water and sanitation improvement.
Okay.
These are some of the projects I can mention.
Okay. As you have said earlier, India is suffering the worst water crisis in its history. So it is the need of an hour for us to create more and more workshops and more awareness. Are there any educational initiatives in order to create awareness?
Yeah, we have lots of the NGOs like the Water Aids India, Nabzodi Foundation, Pani Foundation, started by the Amir Khan and his wife Kiran Rao, and in the northeast we have the Green Hub and then Northeast Networks. These are some of the NGOs which are really working to spread the awareness in the schools and villages, and give practical teachings to the rainwater harvesting techniques. So these are some of the this one, and as a part of this central government, our KVK also as a northern officer in 2019 when Jal Shakti Abhiyan started, I have conducted around 26 training and awareness with the distributions of the seeds and tree saplings, and also conducted 3 Kisan Mela on the, especially for the water conservations. And in the 3 districts we have conducted in of the East Garo Hill district, like the Rongjang, and then Samanda, and then Songsak block. So we cover around 1,942 participants.
Okay.
So these are the some of the programs we conduct on the natural water resource management campaigns.
Okay. With this, we shall also come to the end of today's talk. So, ma'am, on a closing note, would you like to tell our viewers that as an individual, what should we do to save water and also be part of this global conservation?
Okay, and yeah, I would like to tell my viewers, individual effort is very much important. In everyday basis, we use water starting from the morning, like close in the bathroom and then in the kitchens. So it's better to close the tap when we is not using, and then leaking of the leakage in the distribution pipe systems, and then suppose in programs like we provide water, some drink half and some just throw, so we can save those water also for irrigations. And then I would like to tell my farmers friends, it's very important to adopt some less intensive crops like millets and the barley, which are more nutritious, instead of only going for the very intense high intensive crop rice and wheat. And without the efforts of the everyone individual, it's very difficult to work on this conservation effort.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being part of our program and sharing with us such valuable informations. I believe that every small step we take as an individual can bring about a big change in helping Mother Nature preserving the most precious natural resources, and that is water. With this, we have come to the end, and it's time for me to say goodbye and thank you for watching.